Hello everybody, how's everyone day? Ame Gakita and happy holidays. Alright, today we are going to discuss about our topic, and it's more towards the point of like advice to most people, because the one thing is that I've seen quite a lot of people talking about it and not really like think carefully about their consequences or whatsoever. But the one thing I would say that it's more funny in a way that like rule number one when joining or became a content creator in YouTube, never, I feel like they should make it never offend one of the top YouTubers. And I would say that the list of YouTubers, one of them is definitely like Penguin Z0, also known well as Criticals or Chow or Christoph, who most people would always call him Penguin Z0, but for me, I was just going to call him Penguin Z0 most of the time. It's much easier for me because that's how his YouTube is written. But call him most critical or Charlie, whichever you guys love to call him. But the one thing is, right, I've seen quite a lot of videos that is done by internet Anarchist, and I'll put up the link for both of them to let you guys go and check it out if you guys are interested, if you guys have not heard of them before. But the one thing is that one of the reasons why I say never offend this guy is that, to me, I feel like yes, he seemed like a good guy. He seemed like a guy that you can have fun talking with, but at the same time, you don't want to talk too much to offend him or make him hate you or along that line. It's like once you get the hate from him, you are gonna be ending your YouTube career or live streamer career or a streamer career or whatever career you're gonna have as a content creators. So, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Well, the thing is, right, it depends on how you define it, the definition of good and bad. So I know this most of the time, anyone who know me very well, that I love to put up a skill, and if I'm gonna judge a person, I'm gonna put up the skill to see it, based on the evidence against him and based on evidence that the person is going to defend themselves with, and kind of like see the strength, the weight of the evidence wise before we start like saying like, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? In this case, right, often more than not, when I look at some of Penguin Z0 videos, when he called himself critical, I can see where he's coming from, because he's very critical in most of the time. Doesn't mean that most of the evidence are correct or maybe strong enough to prove his point, or even there are cases where people point out that his evidence seem to be not verified from how I look at it. And often more than not, that it is also covered in cases by IA. I don't let's call this guy IA because it's much easier and shorter to say. The one thing is, right, the reason why I say never offend him is that I have seen quite like, I listened to his video, not really like watch the video, it's more like listening, because you just play it, leave it in the background and just go and do your own stuff when you're like cooking, prepping food, or washing dishes, or even doing house chores, or whatever you like to guys, or even if you guys feel like you want to listen to a nice voice and do whatever thing you want to in the background, by all means go ahead, I'm not stopping you. But the one thing is, right, that caught me a little bit of attention is that when I was watching quite like, even though for him almost with 500,000 subscribers and 76 videos, what kind of caught me a little bit by surprise is that the number of views that he actually IA actually go and put it out as how Penguin Zero destroyed a psycho YouTuber, or how Penguin Zero destroyed Nicolas Avocado. I don't know how to pronounce the name, sorry, I'm very bad at pronouncing it for some reason. Or maybe like, and then I was like, oh, for quite a few moments where I don't get to see Penguin Zero until I was so damn wrong. And then there's like how Penguin Z0 destroyed a psycho vacant bodybuilder or someone else, and they're just like, there will be like a few of them. Not really saying that all of them are bad, okay? Like the truth behind that Penguin Z0 moist verse, but then again there's like horrible response, or the situation got worse, or it's like there are so many things that is linked to Penguin Z0. And it actually got me thinking, as I watched most of the video, and as I also watched some of the video done by Penguin Zero. Not all his video I watched, because like you guys have to understand, if it interests me, I'll watch it. If it doesn't interest me, I will not watch it. Just like how when I do a lot of my random chat and if people watch my random chat, all of them good. If they don't watch some of them, yeah, I know, I'm aware that they don't watch some of them because some of them got their interest, some of them don't get their interest. So kind of like depend on situation. Not every of my video got a lot of the same view. For some reason, like for this Genshin, where I talk about many Genshin player with less no skip button for dialogue due to whatsoever reason. Thing is, right, it gated more view, but others, like when I say one Malay word that has the same meaning as one Japanese word, people are like, meh. So to me, I'm actually fine with anyone who don't even watch my video. Is that it's just that if my topic interests you, you watch it, good for you and good for me. But it's one of the reasons why sometimes when I see some of Penguin Z0 video, it doesn't mean that I watch all of them. And one thing that got me notice is that the number of video that most of them will be like he criticizing another people, and I can see why the way he criticizing people is like I watch some of them, it's understandable and you can see his point of view. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with him 100%. You can agree him to an extent. You want to agree, you don't even want to, you want to even agree to disagree, yeah, by all means go ahead, no one is stopping you. Even I myself don't like to stop people from doing so. So the one thing is, right, as I was watching most of the video, I noticed that some of them, the way he give his critic is that most of them are understandable, and you can to my case, I will agree to like a huge extent. Doesn't mean like 100% because there may be some point that I might have to take it with a pinch of salt and understand like it's not all things that you should go and say that you have to agree, because it might be that there might be hidden truth that even most critical or Penguin Z0 may overlook. And if he realized the mistake, he apologized for it, and which is a good thing. But there are some people who make use of that moment and start criticizing him back. It is like just how the world works, I guess. But the thing is, right, for me, am I going to criticize him or not? No, I'm not going to criticize him. There's nothing for me to criticize about him. There is some he doesn't know me, I don't know him in real life. But the thing is, right, the only thing I know is that don't, again at the start of the video I say don't offend him. I have seen quite like I mentioned, if you guys want to go and watch some of the video, I recommend how the when IA actually recommend like how destroy a person. It's like those video often more than not will indicate like how he actually is not really say 100% to give an influence on other people. It's more towards like him giving people his stand on how much a person is a bastard or whatsoever. It's like it's just that like need help. Either they need help or they need to reform their mindset or to change their personality, is to become a better themselves. But when you go into the drama with Penguin Z0, it doesn't end well. That's what it seems to me. So at the end of the day, it feel like don't like one of the rule for YouTube. So actually said never offend Penguin Z0, because if you do something bad and you offended him and he caught wind of it, like, or maybe some sort of wind blow a piece of paper and land it in front of his table in his word term, and then he will just say that he was taking off the piece of paper, read into it, seemed to caught his interest, and he started talking about it. And the next thing you will know is definitely like saying all those kind of video where he said, oh, they already give up, or he will just write a very simple like how this girl is very awful, or maybe like some sort of prankster YouTuber is very awful along the line, or maybe when a YouTuber trying to give apologies and he was just criticizing on it. It's like, don't ever do it. Like seriously, if you want to like do something, do it with a little bit of sincerity, which is not wrong, but make sure that when you do stuff, when do your own research, do and look into your soul. If you've done something wrong in your life, look at it and then see how you can learn from the mistake, don't do that mistake again, and then improve yourself. That is what I feel that everyone should be, especially like for content creator. Let's say Illuminatis, or maybe some SS Sniper Wolf, or normally I would call it the triple S Sniper Wolf. The thing is, right, when you give apologies, make sure that you are genuine, and then try to not do things that can get other people in trouble or get yourself in trouble. Because when that happen and this YouTubers start cutting wind of your situation, you're going to land in a huge trouble. And when I say trouble, it's not trouble for me, not trouble for him, but more towards like trouble for the person who got caught by most people, because people is gonna talk about you. Often more than not, I've seen quite a lot of so-called critical commentary, where people talk about other YouTuber, talk about another YouTuber, or giving their like having some beef or talking about it. Often more than not, it's like when nobody versus a nobody, everyone is like, nobody cares. But when a nobody, or maybe somebody, or maybe anybody versus Penguin Z0, for some reason it's like, yeah, most of the time it doesn't end well for the body. For some reason. So even if you ask me, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? Well, it depends on the situation. Let's say, for example, if let's say like when he actually called up that this prankster, this Jet YouTuber is horrible, people start talking about it. Some people kind of like call him out already before, but then it's like nobody really care about this Jet guy until when Penguin Z0 talk about it, and people start realizing that, yeah, this is a bad thing. People should start talking about it, and more people start talking about it, and people start realizing that if they will go and do research about him. Will he dox them? Don't do that. Or maybe people will go and talk about, people will discuss and dig out all his history, became a, what they call it, I don't know, just go and pick out all the old parts the person had did, because what stay in the internet stay in the internet. Whether you try to delete it, there will be some form of archive to save it. So over more than not, right, people will go and dig into that person, because what Penguin Z0, in his own word, he brought attention of a situation to the internet, and people take the attention, break it down, fill in with more information, and that became other people's YouTube video. I want to say that Penguin Z0 have to take the full credit. I have watched some of his video, and if you guys notice, I don't watch all of his video, but it doesn't mean I don't like all of his content. I watch video to like when I doing a video, and when I say I'm doing research, right, I will watch some of the video that interests me, or maybe some of the video that seems to indicate like some part that he maybe like he's talking about it and I also talking about it, and maybe I want to see his point of view. Because for me, most people who know that I'll tend to stand on what, like in the middle, before I pull up the skill and see which the weight of the good or the bad, or the strong evidence or against evidence. It's like you have to see as many point of view from different YouTubers to see out the evidence, or maybe how much information that people are saying. Like, let's say for instance, let's say that this Jet person is a horrible YouTuber. In a simple way, Penguin Z0 kind of like saying like this is a prankster that's trying to do things all along the line, and then if he got in trouble, he'll get his security to protect him. And it kind of remind me of another YouTuber called Neon. We have the same situation for him. So at the end of the day, it's like as long as a person kind of got called out and the people start thinking about it, people will go and start talking about this situation, and there will be more and more YouTubers talking about how this Jet person is horrible and whatsoever. And as you start generating attention, you it's like some person will be like, or random passerby will like, oh hey, who is this random Jet person? Then there will be two possibilities. Either they like this Jet person because they like the way this guy going around creating content, or they might go and just go and spam like, oh, this guy is a horrible, we hate prankster or whatsoever along the line. Point of view, do I do I know who this Jack person is? I don't know him. I believe he don't even know who I am. So at the end of the day, is that what Penguin Z0 is just brought attention, like let's say for example, I know who is this Jack person. He's a horrible person. But on the other hand, if for me, I kind of like, let's just say that I will give him this Jack person a chance. Is that if he changed for the better, if he, let's say for example, don't be a horrible person, be kind, like even as a prank, if he do kind stuff as a like as much as he do a lot of prank stuff, he also do a little bit of kindness, like help some other people in real life or whatsoever. At least I will be like, maybe he might be able to change his little old spot. But on the other hand, just like how critical will always come and haunt you no matter what, Penguin Z0 seems to be ready to criticize most people, and it will always end up badly. I mean, like I was watching this the latest one where he actually said he destroyed a psycho YouTuber, which I believe called Maximilian Mars. I have watched. I don't really say I know him very well, Max. But the thing is, right, I have watched some of his video. He seems to be a troll YouTuber from how I look at it, and I was actually like surprised I never heard from him for a few years. I was wondering what the hell happened to him, because I was like, yeah, I know this guy. I watched some of his video. I know he's a troll person, but I never never follow up on him until when I watched this video, and I was like, wow, damn, Max, you got destroyed badly. So at the end of the day, is right, you can see a lot of point that why is it's like, don't offend Penguin Z0. Like no matter what, don't let him talk about you. Is if he talk about you in a nice way, maybe it might help you. But if he start criticizing you in so many ways, it just seems like it's seemingly or apparently the career of as a content creator is just gonna end. Whether you're able to bounce it or not, I'm not sure, but we have to see how it goes, because so far from most of the people that I've seen from Penguin Z0, it doesn't seem they recover much. Some of them recover good for them, but most of them, from how I look at it, doesn't seem to recover in any way possible. I mean, like the completionist YouTuber where the charity situation got worse and he was talk about it, and I was like, yeah, now even more people are talking about him. So at the end of the day, advice for, again, I know I talk about 17 minutes about just rapping the same thing again and again. The main point at the end of the day we have to understand is never offend Penguin Z0. Just don't do anything, because if you got into his radar by some win or someone or by some mystical power that for some reason just write a piece of paper and place it in front of him, and he was like, I must do this and talk about it, and I'm gonna criticize a lot and maybe do some research on this guy and then talk a little bit more, and then when he upload a video about it, and then you'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna delete my YouTube channel then. So anyway, let's just say that for me, do I know, again, I prefer not to get on the bad side of Penguin Z0. Like definitely I don't want to get on his bad side, as well as that for me, anyone who know me, that sometimes I got some hate rape into my live stream where people talk about hate or spread, like trying to pin me as a pedo when I'm not, talking about how I'm whatsoever, like just so many words that it just doesn't seem to make sense to me, and it kind of made me really wonder, like, yeah, sometimes as a nice person doesn't mean you get good rewards. So for me, I just like, but at the same time, doing something good, as long as I don't do anything bad and don't get into his radar, this Penguin Z0's radar, I think I'm fine as a YouTuber. So anyway, I think that's the wrap it up now for the day. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. If not, just go to the watch history and delete that you have watched this video and you'll never see me the day of tomorrow again, or maybe not. But with that being said, hope you guys all have a good day or night. and Merry Christmas. Goodbye.